My hair looks so bad today. I mean, so does my makeup. I'm gonna move a little closer. Hi guys, it's Caitlin. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry this video is a day late. I'm sure no one noticed or cares, but I'm sorry. Last week I uploaded my video a little bit early. This week I uploading it a little bit late. So this week I have my iPad again because I wrote down some more notes. This time I wrote down my unpopular gaming opinions and I'm going to tell them to you even though no one asked and everyone's going to disagree with me and cancel me. I just feel like talking some smack. So yeah, before I get into it, I just want to say first of all, how do you like this backdrop? Let me know. It's less distracting than my usual backdrops. I usually have like my setup all crazy in the background. This is just a blanket that I got the other day and I justified the purchase because I have a lot of blankets by saying, hey, I can use it as a YouTube background. So that's what I'm doing. And I have like another one. I have another two that I'll probably do the same thing with. Let me know if you like it. Just a little less distracting. But yeah, this is just gonna be a chill little chatty video where I complain about games I don't like and things about games I don't like. Just all of my unpopular opinions with gaming. So if any of these offend you, it's just my opinion. You're allowed to disagree with me. I really don't care if you disagree with me, so you shouldn't care if you disagree with me. Let me know if you do agree with anything in the comments. I don't want to feel alone here. But yeah, I'm like a really negative person. I like to complain about stuff. And it's not because of like, usually people associate that with like being insecure or just like not being happy. And for me, that's just completely not the case. Like it's not an insecurity thing. It's nothing bad at all. It's just like I enjoy not being a hater, but I don't know. Let me know if anyone can relate to that also because I feel like I'm pretty alone. But yeah, before we get into it, if you enjoy this video at any moment, please give it a thumbs up because it helps me out a lot. I know it's going to get a lot of thumbs down because people are going to be disagreeing with me left and right. So, and if you would like to see more videos from me or to see more of my face, not sure why, subscribe and turn on the bell notification to be notified when I upload. I normally upload every Saturday. So let's get into the opinions. First one, Fall Guys is overrated. I got Fall Guys thinking it would be a fun game to play because everyone's playing it, looking like they're having a blast, streaming it, all this stuff. I played about 4 games and then I refunded it because I was like, how do people even, first of all, it's kind of like just stubbing your toe repeatedly playing the game. Even if you're really good at it and stuff, it's like the same courses over and over again. There should not be teams. There just should not be teams, period. That was the main reason I refunded it. You get put on a team with random people and you have no chance of winning if they're idiots. So, why would, and I don't know. Not for me. Second one is that Valorant is overrated. To me, it just seems like there's a lot of people playing it because it's popular and not because they actually like it. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm not into like CSGO, so obviously I'm not gonna, like the gameplay or anything like that. But I feel like a lot of people play it and don't actually like it just because they can stream it and it's a popular game. That's just what I think. The next one is that Cyberpunk is overhyped. Now, I know. That's a bold statement. But I've never seen a game be so hyped. And I watched the gameplay and I'm like, why is it that hyped? I don't understand. I know like the theme is not for me. Like I don't like the whole Cyberpunk theme. So I'm a little biased in that sense. But the gameplay itself, like strip the whole theme away from it. The whole gameplay just does not look good to me. And it's been delayed so many times that it's like something's up. Like something is up. It's one thing if they're like really perfecting and stuff, but for it to be delayed that many times, something's up. The next one is that Rockstar's combat mechanics suck. I hate the weapon wheel. I hate the shooting. I hate it. I've played a lot of GTA 5. Well, a lot of GTA in general, but a lot of GTA 5. And I recently got Red Dead 2 and I've been playing that and I love the games, but the whole combat, like I hate doing the missions and stuff just because I hate the shooting so much and like I just have always been into like everything else but the combat in those games. I really, really hate it, and I feel like no one agrees with that. I'm not sure. I've never heard anyone talk about it, so. The next one, a lot of people are gonna agree with this, but a lot of people do strongly disagree with this. Because Nintendo games can be enjoyed at any age. People associate Nintendo with being baby games and stuff. And yeah, like Nintendo is kind of a company for kids, but especially with the Switch too. Like the Switch, they're porting other games to the Switch from like PC and, you know, adult consoles. But Nintendo games can be enjoyed at any age. They're just fun. Yeah, they make some baby-ish games like, you know, there's like learning games and stuff on there. But the vast majority are just good games that can be enjoyed at any age. I feel like most people who think that and don't like them because of like the graphics or something are boring. The next one is possibly going to come as a shocker because I am such a diehard Skyrim fan. Oblivion is unplayable today. I tried playing Oblivion because I love Skyrim so much, and it was unplayable. I tried so long to get used to just how horrid the gameplay mechanics and the menus and everything is, and the graphics. Obviously it's a Bethesda title and it's an older Bethesda title, so that's to be expected. But it's just like I could not even play it. Like I'm sure the story is great, but I literally could not even get myself to play it, unfortunately. I really did want to because, I don't know, it's obviously like a great game from what I hear, and I just can't like see past everything else. The next is that turn-based combat is the worst kind of combat. I really dislike turn-based games. I'm not like big into JRPGs. I don't go out of my way to play them, but I do have a lot of them on the Switch because a lot of them happen to be really good games. But I hate when there's turn-based combat. Like I played a lot of Pokemon growing up, and that's like sort of different to me because I don't know, it's not really different. I don't like it, but like Final Fantasy and everything, that kind of turn-based combat is so just slow and not tolerable for me. Like the story has to be so good for me to actually like put up with turn-based combat. And even then when I get in a fight, I'm like, ugh, like now I have to sit here and do this. The next one is that the PlayStation hardware and software looks better than the Xbox hardware and software. This is 100% personal preference, but that's just what I think, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. The PS5 doesn't look that good, but I still think it looks better than the Xbox. The next is that Fortnite is trash. I know a lot of people are going to agree with me, but there are a lot of people that somehow still disagree with that. Fortnite, I used to play it mostly as like a meme. Me and my boyfriend would play it because we hated it so much. It was just like we got enjoyment. Like, this is going to sound so bad, but like killing kids on there and like making people mad on there. But Fortnite is such a terrible game. It's not even funny. But I mean, we all know why. I don't even need to get into that. The next one is that Battle Royale is overdone. It was like when Fortnite and PUBG became popular, which I think PUBG is trash. I didn't even put that on this list, but I should have. I think PUBG is terrible. I do like Warzone. That's the only Battle Royale that I like, and I don't play it often. But I think Battle Royale is so overdone. There were like a couple of successful games coming out, and everyone started playing them, so all these companies were like, oh, let's capitalize off of this, and started making Battle Royale, and they always suck. They basically always suck. Call of Duty is the only one that did it right this time, in my opinion. I think Battle Royale is so, unless you're like really good at it, you can win like all the time or something, maybe it could be fun, but I think just restarting and going and collecting stuff and it being like chance of getting put against some sweaty kid at like the end, or getting good guns or anything, like I just don't think it's worth it in my opinion, especially PUBG, especially Fortnite. I just think PUBG is an unoptimized mess, and it's so slow and boring. I can't. The next is that the Titanfall 2 campaign is underrated. A lot of people haven't played it, a lot of people don't care about it. It's literally like my favorite FPS campaign that I've ever played. I think it is incredible. I cried when I played that. It's so good. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. And they put it on Steam recently, so if you're on PC, a lot of people are on the multiplayer too, and that's a lot of fun. But the campaign is so worth it. The next one is that Overwatch should have died long ago, and that's a really sad one for me to say because I used to be so into Overwatch. I have been playing it since the beta, and I used to play it for like 12 hours straight a day and not get bored of it on like PlayStation, and then I got it on PC, and it was like the first PC game that I played and like learned mouse and keyboard with. That's a shooter, obviously. And yeah, I was a diehard Overwatch fan. I have a ton of Overwatch merch and everything, but I think that ever since they added maybe like Doomfist, the game has just plummeted downhill, which Blizzard always loves to do to their games, and it's like, why do you have to ruin your own games, especially when they were doing so well? I think it can be a little bit fun sometimes. I don't think it should have like completely died, but I just can't believe it's still so popular, I guess. The next one, this is also very preference based, and it's mostly because I have small hands, I think, is that controller joysticks should be next to each other. I don't like Xbox controllers. I do like it on my Switch, I guess, just because it's like smaller, but I don't like a big bulky controller with the joystick up here. I hate that. That's why I really like my SteelSeries controller that I got for my PC. It's wireless and I can just turn it on, and then the controllers, the joysticks are right next to each other, and it's so much more comfortable for me. The next one is that Final Fantasy XIV is better than World of Warcraft, and that kind of stings to say as well because I have a Frostmourne sword tattoo. World of Warcraft is one of my favorite games on the planet. It brings me a level of joy that I cannot put into words. No other game can do, nothing in general can do. I love World of Warcraft. I don't really play much because it's subscription based. Same with Final Fantasy, but if you guys haven't subscribed to me or following me on Instagram for a while now, you would know that just about a year ago, over a year ago, I have a couple videos on it. I had a brief period where I was obsessed with Final Fantasy XIV. I went into it with a kind of biased kind of view because I was like, nothing can beat World of Warcraft, and I'd search and search for a good MMORPG and they always suck in comparison to me. So I put 500 hours into that game in like 3 months, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. I was getting up at like early in the morning, like 7, to play that game until 3 a.m. and then I'd go to sleep, dream about the game, get up, do it again. And I wouldn't get off all day, and I did that for 3 months. So everything I did revolved around that game, but the whole class and role like job system, so much better than World of Warcraft. Again, Blizzard ruined World of Warcraft in so many ways. And Final Fantasy is cheaper, and Square Enix, bless Square Enix, because they are so incredible of like a company. And there's a documentary on that game that's really, really fascinating on how they made it and it failed and they redid it. Super recommend that. The next one is that League of Legends sucks. League of Legends, I don't know how people play it. I really don't. I really tried to get into it. I really tried, but just like clicking and having, not for me, not for me, not for me. And the people on there are so toxic. Like, I play a lot of toxic games. I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. I used to play Overwatch, like I said. Super toxic games, especially Siege. And League of Legends, like, next level. And I could never, like, it's just generally who plays it is like people who are just like crazy. And I don't know how people can put that kind of time into it personally. That's just my opinion. The last one is that MOBAs are overrated. I think that like they just look kind of like a mobile game where you're clicking, and I don't know how people can invest that kind of time into a game like that, but again, that's just me. If you like MOBAs, if you like anything that I shit on today, that's perfectly fine. These are just my opinions. Yeah, that's all for today. I'm sorry if I said anything you didn't like, but just my opinion. Next thing I know, I'm going to be canceled, and lose a ton of subscribers. Again, let me know in the comments if you agreed or disagreed with anything that I said today. It would definitely be interesting to me. Yeah, I love you guys so much. I just want to say this video is going up this week. I'm going to upload like a bonus video this week. I've been seeing a lot of ASMR like typing videos. I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm going to upload one, but it's not going to be a regular upload, so you can just ignore that if that's something you're not into. It's just going to be a bonus for like people who are into that. So my next video is probably going to be an unboxing review kind of thing on the coolest Bluetooth speaker ever. So that's when I'll see most of you again. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Also, I've been getting so many subscribers, and I'm probably going to lose them all after this, but I just want to say thank you. It means the absolute world to me. Every time I check my subscribers, I'm like, but yeah, I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.